Dear students, welcome to the fourth session of the chapter Final Accounts of Companies. Here in this session, I have taken up the third question of this chapter. So let me read the question now. Prepare a balance sheet in the vertical form of laminated as on 31st March 2011 from the following information. First information is given about share capital. Under that we have 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each 10 lakh, 8,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each 8 lakh, securities premium 8 lakh, general reserve 32 lakh, secured loans 18 lakh, unsecured loans 3 lakh 10,000, fixed assets 56 lakh, goodwill 3 lakh, investments 2 lakh 50,000, closing stock 14 lakh, sundry data 14 lakh 20,000, cash and bank balance 3 lakh 40,000, loans and advances 5 lakh 30,000, creditors 12 lakh 50,000, bills payable 3 lakh, provision for taxation 2 lakh, miscellaneous expenditure 60,000, profit and loss which represent loss, they have specifically given in the bracket that it is loss amounting to 4 lakh. Provide for depreciation on fixed assets amounting to 6 lakh and provision for doubtful debts to the extent of 40,000. Okay, so this question had appeared in the exam for 12 marks during the year 2011. Okay, here in this question they have asked us to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, unlike the previous two questions, there they had asked us to prepare the profit and loss account, but here they have asked us to prepare the balance sheet, and this question had appeared for 12 marks. Okay, so now first work is to identify which item has to be written in which note number. For that you must know the format of balance sheet. The format in which the balance sheet is to be prepared, I have already given it to you. Please go through that. Here also let us once again go through the format. On the top we are going to write the name of the company. In the next line, balance sheet as on. It is prepared in three columns. In the first column we are going to write the particulars, second column for writing the note number, and third column for writing the amounts relating to the current year. In the particulars column, we have the first heading, that is equities and liabilities. It is further divided into four subheadings. The first one is shareholders funds. Under that we have three items. First one is share capital with note number 1. Second one is reserves and surplus with note number 2. And third one is money received against share warrant, but it does not have any note number. Then the second heading is share application money pending allotment. So again that does not have any note number. Third one is non-current liabilities, which means long-term liabilities. Under that we have four items: long-term borrowings, note number 3; deferred tax liabilities, note number 4; other long-term liabilities, note number 5; then long-term provisions, note number 6. Then the fourth subheading is current liabilities. Under that again we have four items: short-term borrowings with note number 7; trade payables, note number 8; other current liabilities, note number 9; short-term provisions, note number 10. So when you take the total from note number 1 to note number 10, you get the total of equities and liabilities. Nothing but as per the horizontal form, this is the total of liability side. Now coming to the next heading, that is assets. It is broadly divided into two, that is non-current assets and current assets. Under the non-current assets you have five items. Under that, first item is fixed asset, which carries note number 11. Under this we are going to write tangible asset, intangible assets, capital work in progress, and intangible asset under development. Then the next item is non-current investment, nothing but long-term investment with note number 12. Next item is deferred tax asset with note number 13. Next item, long-term loans and advances with note number 14. The last item here under first heading is other non-current assets with note number 15. Then the second subheading here under asset side is current assets. Under that again we have six items. First one is current investments with note number 16, inventories 17, trade payables 18, cash and cash equivalent note number 19, short-term loans and advances note number 20, other current assets note number 21. Okay, this will give you the from note number 11 to note number 21. If you get the total, that is the total of asset side, nothing but total of assets. Okay, so this is the format in which the balance sheet has to be prepared. Now let us go back to the question and identify which item has to be written in which note number. First information given is about the share capital. So under that they have two kinds of shares. The first one is equity shares and the second one is preference shares. Both the type of share capital has to be written in note number 1, that is share capital. Okay, so both equity share capital and preference share capital will be written in note number 1 under share capital. Then next item they have given securities premium with the amount 8 lakh rupees. Securities premium is an item which even when we prepared the horizontal form we used to write that under reserves and surplus, so it should be shown in note number 2 under reserves and surplus. Then general reserve, again it should be written in note number 2, that is under reserves and surplus. Then we have secured loans amounting to 18 lakhs. Secured loans means it is for long term, so long term borrowings with the note number 3. The next one, unsecured loans, again it is a long term borrowing with note number 3. Then fixed assets, we have to show that in note number 11 under fixed assets. Then we have goodwill, again it is a intangible asset to be written in note number 11, that is fixed assets. The next one is investments amounting to 2,50,000. So here actually we have two items, short term investment and long term investment. In the question if they don't mention, then it is obviously for long term. So you have an item non current investment in note number 12, so you have to write that. Okay, note number 12, non current investment. Then you have closing stock. So closing stock is nothing but it is inventories, so it should be written in note number 17. The next item is sundry debtors. We have amounting to 14,20,000. It is trade receivables. You have to write that in note number 18. Then we have cash and cash and bank balances. We have separate note for writing that, that is note number 19, cash and cash equivalent. So you have to write that in note number 19. Then the next one is loans and advances. Again here the company has advanced the loan to the employees. Okay, so here it will, there are again two items in the asset side. One is for short term and other one for long term, that is which is called non current loans and advances. But usually if they don't give, no, loans and advances will be in the form of short term, so you have to write that under short term loans and advances in note number 20. Okay, you have to write it. The next one, sundry creditors amounting to 12,50,000. We have a separate note for writing this, that is trade payables with the note number 8. The next item is also same, bills payable, you have to write in note number 8, that is trade payables. The next one is provision for taxation. You have to write that under short term provisions in note number 10. Next item is miscellaneous expenditure. It is a kind of fictitious asset. You have to write that in other current assets in note number 21. The last item we are given is profit and loss account balance, which represent loss. It should be written in note number 2 in reserves and surplus. Below this there are two adjustments. The first one is depreciation on fixed assets. So they have given us fixed assets amounting to 56 lakh. From that amount we are going to deduct this depreciation in note number 11. Then one more item, provision for doubtful debts. So this should be taken, or this should be deducted from the total debtors in note number 18, that is under trade receivables. Okay, so this is regarding the analysis part. Now let's see the solution. So before we prepare the format of balance sheet, all these notes have to be separately shown under the head notes to balance sheet. So let's see that. So under notes to balance sheet, the first note is share capital. As we discussed, we have to write both preference share capital and equity share capital. So the total of the note number 1, that is share capital, comes to 18 lakh. Then under reserves and surplus, we are going to write general reserve, securities premium and profit and loss, which represent loss. So these two are positive values. When you deduct this loss, you are going to have the remaining balance as 36 lakh. Okay, the next one, long term borrowings, you have to write two items, secured loans and unsecured loans. Amount, the total comes to 21 lakh 10,000. Then we have some other items like deferred tax liabilities with note number 4. The information about that is not given, so you can write it as nil. Then note number 5, other long term liabilities, no information, so you can write it as nil. Note number 6, other long term provisions, nil. Note number 7, short term borrowings, nil. Note number 8, trade payables. Under this we have two items, creditors and bills payable. So total of that note comes to 15 lakh 50,000. Then note number 9, other current liabilities, nil. Note number 10, short term provisions. Under this we have only one item, that is provision for taxation, amounting to 2 lakh. So total here is 2 lakh. Then note number 11 is fixed assets. Under this we have two items. The first one is fixed asset. There is adjustment. The gross book value is 56 lakh, minus 6 lakh, which comes to 50,000. Then one more item is goodwill. So total of this note comes to 53 lakh. Then non-current investment, under this we have only one item, investment amounting to 2 lakh 50,000. Then note number 13, 14, 15, 16 and 16. So there are no information. So we are going to write it as nil. Then note number 17, we have inventories. Under this we are going to write closing stock amounting to 14 lakh. So thereby the total is also 14 lakh. Then note number 18 is trade receivables. Under this we are going to write only one item, that is datas, but there is adjustment for reserve for bad debts given in the adjustment. So we are going to deduct that. The remaining balance would be 13 lakh 80,000. Next, note number 19 is cash and cash equivalents. Under this, we are going to write cash at bank, that is 3,40,000. Then we have note number 20 for writing the short-term loans and advances. Here we are going to write loans and advances amounting to 5,30,000. So note number 21 is other current assets. Under this we are going to show miscellaneous expenditure amounting to 60,000. So these are the various notes relating to balance sheet. So here this has to be written first and then we are going to show the format of balance sheet. On the top we are going to write the name of the company, Laminated Company Limited. In the next line, balance sheet as on 31st March 2011. So equities and liabilities, under that first we are going to show share capital. Note number 1, total of that you have to check here. Note number 1, what is the total? 18 lakh. Okay, similarly you have to check the total of each note in the notes to accounts and write the same in the format. So note number 2 is reserves and surplus, total is 36 lakh. Okay, then we have one more item, money received against share warrant. Since the item is not given, so you have to write it and write it as nil. Okay, then the second heading here is share application money pending allotment. So again it does not have any note number and even the amount is not given, you can write it as nil. Then the third heading we have is non-current liabilities. Under that, note number 3 is long-term borrowings, total of that is 21 lakh 10,000. Fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh we don't have item, but we have to write those item in the format and write it as nil. Then directly we have note number 8, that is trade payables, total which has come to 15 lakh 50,000. Then note number 9, other current liabilities, amount is not given, nil. Then note number 10, short term provisions amounting to 2 lakh. So now when you take the total from note number 1 to note number 10, we get the total which is called total of equities and liabilities, which comes to 92 lakh 60,000. Okay, then the second heading here in this balance sheet is assets. Under this we have two divisions. The first one is non-current assets and the second one is current assets. Under non-current assets we have 5 notes. Note number 11, fixed assets, we have 53 lakh. Note number 12, non-current investment, 2 lakh 50,000. Then note number 13, 14, 15 is nil. Then under the second head, that is current assets, we have total 6 notes. Current investments nil. Then inventories we have 14 lakh. Trade receivables 13 lakh 80,000. Cash and cash equivalents we have 3 lakh 40,000. Short term loans and advances 5 lakh 30,000. Other current assets with the note number 21 we have 60,000. So when you take the total from 11 to 21, we get the total that is 92 lakh 60,000. This total must be same because when you prepare the horizontal form of balance sheet also, the asset side must tally the liability side total. So in the same way here when you prepare the vertical form also, so the total of equities and liabilities should be same as total of assets. Okay, so thereby your balance sheet tallies. So this is how you have to write the solution for the present question. Okay, so let's see some more questions in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.